The wrestling world has been rocked by explosive allegations that have sent shockwaves through both WWE and NFL circles. Nikki Bella, the beloved former WWE champion, finds herself at the center of a firestorm after a legendary wrestling figure publicly called out her recent romantic choices. The accusations are serious and deeply personal, claiming that the Total Bella star has abandoned her young son in pursuit of a new relationship with an NFL player. What really happened, and is there truth behind these damning claims? The controversy erupted when a respected WWE legend took to social media with comments that immediately went viral. Without mincing words, this wrestling icon accused Nikki Bella of prioritizing her new romance over her responsibilities as a mother to her son, Matteo. The legendary figure, who has known Nikki throughout her WWE career, expressed disappointment and concern about what they described as a pattern of abandonment. According to the explosive statement, Nikki has been spending an alarming amount of time traveling to NFL games and events, leaving her young son behind for extended periods. The WWE legend painted a picture of a mother who has become so consumed with her new relationship that she's lost sight of what matters most. These weren't just casual observations either. The legend claimed to have inside knowledge from people close to Nikki's inner circle who have witnessed this behavior firsthand. The timing of these revelations couldn't be worse for Nikki, who has built her brand partly on being a devoted mother. Fans who have followed her journey from WWE superstar to motherhood feel betrayed by these allegations. Social media exploded with reactions, dividing the wrestling community between those defending Nikki and others demanding accountability. But who exactly is this NFL player that has allegedly captured Nikki's attention so completely, and what evidence supports these? Serious claims close to the situation have identified Nikki's new love interest as an established NFL player with a high profile in professional football. While the relationship initially seemed like a fairy tale romance, insiders now paint a different picture. According to multiple reports, Nikki has been spotted at numerous NFL games across the country, often appearing in luxury suites and attending exclusive after-parties. The relationship reportedly began several months ago, shortly after Nikki's separation from Artem Chigvintsev became finalized. What started as casual dating quickly intensified, with Nikki allegedly becoming deeply invested in the NFL lifestyle. Friends of the wrestler have expressed concern about how quickly she dove into this new relationship, especially given the recent trauma her son experienced during the tumultuous end of her previous marriage. Photographs and social media posts show Nikki living what appears to be a glamorous life, attending games from coast to coast and integrating herself into NFL circles. While there's nothing inherently wrong with finding new love, the WWE legend's accusation centers on the frequency and duration of these trips. According to the claims, Nikki has missed important milestones in Matteo's life, including school events and even some weekends that were supposed to be dedicated mother-son time. The NFL player in question has remained silent on the controversy, neither confirming nor denying the seriousness of the relationship. However, sources within the NFL community suggest that he's been caught off guard by the intensity of the backlash. Some insiders claim that he was unaware of the extent to which Nikki was being criticized for spending time with him, raising questions about how transparent Nikki has been about her parental obligations. As this romance continues to develop under intense scrutiny, the real question remains about what's actually happening behind closed doors with Matteo. The situation becomes even more complex when examining Nikki's co-parenting arrangement with Artem Chigvintsev. Their separation was already contentious, involving allegations and legal proceedings that played out in the public eye. Now, with these new accusations of abandonment, sources close to Artem suggest he's deeply concerned about their son's emotional well-being. According to insiders, Artem has allegedly had to step up significantly in his parenting role, taking Matteo for extended periods beyond their agreed-upon custody schedule. While Artem has publicly maintained a respectful silence about Nikki's personal life, those close to him say he's frustrated by what he perceives as her prioritization of romance over responsibility. The Dancing with the Stars professional has reportedly confided in friends that Matteo has asked questions about why mommy is away so often. Legal experts weighing in on the situation have pointed out that if these allegations are accurate, they could potentially impact custody arrangements. Family courts take very seriously any pattern of a parent consistently choosing personal pursuits over time with their children. While no legal action has been reported yet, the public nature of these accusations means that the situation is being monitored closely by those invested in Matteo's welfare. What makes this particularly painful for observers is that Nikki previously spoke passionately about the importance of putting children first after divorce. She gave interviews about maintaining stability for Matteo and ensuring he felt loved and secure, despite his parents' separation. The apparent contradiction between those statements and her current alleged behavior has led many to question what changed. Friends of both Nikki and Artem suggest that the reality of single motherhood combined with the excitement of new romance may have clouded Nikki's judgment, but whether she can recover from this public relations disaster remains uncertain. The WWE Universe has been vocal in its response to these allegations, with reactions ranging from supportive to harshly critical. Several current WWE superstars have subtly weighed in on social media, with some posting messages about the importance of family and responsibility that fans interpreted as indirect commentary on Nikki's situation. The WWE legend who made the initial accusation has received both praise and criticism, with some applauding their courage to speak out while others question whether airing such private matters publicly was appropriate. Interestingly, WWE itself has remained officially silent on the controversy. Nikki hasn't been an active competitor for years, though she maintains connections with the company through occasional appearances and her Hall of Fame legacy. Insiders suggest that WWE executives are monitoring the situation carefully, concerned about how it might affect the brand, especially given Nikki's continued association with WWE programming and merchandise. Former WWE colleagues who work closely with Nikki have expressed a range of emotions. Some have reached out privately to offer support, believing there must be more to the story than what's being reported. Others have admitted to being disappointed, particularly those who viewed Nikki as a role model for balancing career and motherhood. The wrestling community is notoriously tight-knit, and the fact that a legend felt compelled to speak out publicly suggests that concerns about Mateo's well-being have been circulating privately for some time. The Total Bellas fanbase, which followed Nikki's journey through pregnancy and early motherhood, feels particularly betrayed. Many fans invested emotionally in watching Nikki embrace motherhood on the reality show, and these allegations seem to contradict everything they believed about her priorities. However, as the wrestling world processes these developments, attention turns to how Nikki herself will address the mounting criticism. Nikki Bella has not issued a comprehensive public statement addressing the specific allegations made by the WWE legend. Her social media presence has continued with posts about various projects and occasional photos, but notably, absent are recent images with Mateo. This silence has been interpreted by many as either an indication of guilt or perhaps a strategic decision to handle the matter privately rather than engaging in a public war of words. Sources claiming to be close to Nikki present a very different narrative. According to these insiders, Nikki has been carefully balancing her time and that the accusations of abandonment are exaggerated and unfair. They claim that she has maintained her custody schedule and that any additional time Mateo spends with Artem is by mutual agreement, not because Nikki is shirking her responsibilities. These same sources suggest that the WWE legend who made the accusations doesn't have accurate information about Nikki's actual parenting arrangements. Furthermore, defenders of Nikki point out the double standard at play. They argue that male celebrities who date after divorce rarely face such intense scrutiny about their parenting, and that Nikki is being judged more harshly because she's a woman. They emphasize that Nikki has every right to pursue happiness and new relationships while still being a good mother, and that the two things aren't mutually exclusive. However, critics counter that this isn't about dating in general, but about the alleged frequency and prioritization of travel and social events over consistent presence in a young child's life. They point to the specific nature of the accusations, which include missed events and extended absences, not simply the existence of a new relationship. As both sides present their interpretations, the truth likely lies somewhere in between the competing narratives. Regardless of where the truth lies in this controversy, the person most affected by all of this is undoubtedly young Mateo. Child psychologists who have commented on the situation express concern about the impact of having his mother's parenting publicly questioned and criticized. Even if the allegations are unfounded, the mere existence of this public drama creates an uncomfortable situation for a child whose parents are already navigating a difficult separation. Experts emphasize that children of divorce need consistency, stability, and the assurance that both parents are prioritizing them. Whether or not Nikki has actually abandoned her responsibilities, the public nature of these accusations creates additional stress in an already challenging family dynamic. Some child advocates have called for all parties to resolve their differences privately, arguing that Mateo's well-being should take precedence over public gaze. Vindication or accountability. Looking ahead, this controversy is likely to have lasting implications for Nikki's public image and potentially her relationship with her son. If the allegations prove to have substance, she'll need to make significant changes to rebuild trust with both Mateo and the public. If they're exaggerated or false, she faces the challenge of clearing her name while dealing with the damage already done to her reputation. The WWE legend who sparked this controversy has indicated they spoke out because they believe someone needed to advocate for Mateo when others remained silent. Whether history will view this as a courageous stand for a child's welfare or an inappropriate invasion of privacy may depend on what facts ultimately emerge about Nikki's actual conduct as a mother. The Nikki Bella controversy serves as a stark reminder that fame comes with intense scrutiny, especially regarding parenting. Only time will reveal the complete truth behind these explosive allegations and whether Nikki can repair the damage to her reputation and relationships.